yellows, light yellows that I have in here. So I'm grabbing some of that gray, mixing it with some yellow ochre, and I'm coming in here.
Lauren, is that composition book right up there? What are you talking about?
It's all the way at the bottom
Down?
of that
Okay.
first stack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thought it was right on top. Yeah, because there's numerous ones on Amazon. Keep bearing in mind.
Okay.
When you do this, lay down your strokes. Now lay down your color and leave it. Don't go on top and keep messing with it. You're gonna be putting other layers on top of this, so don't. Mess with it too much. I mean, if it's completely wrong, you can change it, but I'm just laying some paint on there. And I'm going to go up into this area here and just kind of work that area right around there. So I'm putting a stroke on here and then I'm comparing it with what I already have. Right? So I'm putting that stroke on there. I'm comparing it to make sure that it's similar, you know, as far as not only the contrast, but the color that I have here. And if I like it, I'll just go ahead and place those pieces in there. If I don't like it, I'll remix it up and put the right combination up there.
Do you take off what you didn't like, or do you just paint over it?
Yeah, usually I paint over. Usually I'll put a little like this area over here. I'll lay a little area, little thing like that, just a tiny one. If I don't like it, I'll paint over it because it's not that much.
Chris, on the value scale, what is that? It's difficult to see from here.
This one here,
Yeah, what you're putting on now.
that right there is pretty dark. That whole
Yeah,
area out
it's-
here is pretty dark. I mean, that's like 9, 8 or 9. So on these, you know, there's little patterns of light in there. I'm not putting every little dot on. I'm looking for a line. You know, that's a line. I'm putting that line in there. This right here, I'm just putting a stroke there. I'll come back in here and put more information into that, but I want to get the placement right. And the angle right. So a lot of these perspective, like that angle right there, is really important because it goes right into the focal point. You see that?
Yes.
You know, that's what's nice about some of these lights. These all are fairly flat, but this, so I'm gonna come over here, put that down into the focal point. Place that in like that. Okay, so I'm just kind of developing this area a little bit. I'll get down into that. The rest of these pieces that exist in here can be for balance. All right, so I'm still staying within the confines of that palette. If I want to go outside this palette right here, let's say I want to start adding in another color. When I do that, I've got to do it for obviously the benefit of the painting. So I'm going to look at, let's say I want to add in, let's pick a color that's not in here. Let's say I want to do this blue right here, just for the sake of demo. Let's say I really like that blue right there. Well, on my palette, my limited palette, I have a yellow and a purple and black and white. I don't really have, you know, any sort of blue right there, or blue-green. So let's just put out a Viridian. Actually, let's do a Prussian.